Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 2 of Direwolf20's Season 8 Let's Play series. Definitely just did a whole lot of mining. Oh yeah, look at it. Tons of mining. No redstone. I went looking for redstone, and I found no redstone. Found some other good stuff, though, which we'll talk about once I get to the top of this little staircase that I built last episode. So hopefully you guys caught episode 1. I'd be surprised if you were watching episode 2 without having seen episode 1. But we went over the mod list, we did some basic mining, and we built ourselves a pretty basic base. It is now raining out, which is lovely. Great to see. Let me put away some resources. I want to put these things away. Here's all kinds of good stuff that I got. Sounds like we have a bit of a thunderstorm going on down out there, and that's not ideal, but got some cool stuff, some mod-related items, and other miscellaneous stuff can go in there. That looks all good. I wouldn't mind having, at this point, I don't want to waste too much, so I'm going to make another one of those just to have. I ground up all my iron ore off camera, yay, and smelted it down. I got more ore to grind. We'll consider that. Right now, I just want to take a peek outside, because there's a few things I'd like to get started. First, I should probably grab a few more pieces of wood, courtesy of all these trees I grew last episode. Nice. I think today's episode, one of the first things I always start my series is with, and I don't think this one's going to be any exception, is getting some Tinker's tools. Tinker's Construct is a great way to start off with your modded experience. A, it gives you access to some really nice tools that you can use to get around down in the mining area. So it's a really nice way to mine for resources. B, it gives you access to a smeltery, which can double your ores for you at the cost of lava. So no longer would I have to manually sit there and right-click to grind all those ores. I could basically just throw some ores into a smeltery and get it going. So that's my goal for today. There's a couple other things I'd like to do as well. I wouldn't mind finding a sheep or two and seeing if I could find... maybe even get a little farm going. Oh, good. Sand. That's what I'm going to need. Sand and gravel. Oh, both the things that I need right now are right outside my base. Thank you, Minecraft, for being such a good friend to me. I don't know how I could survive without your friendship. Nice. Bunch of sand, bunch of gravel. We're definitely going to want this to get our basic smeltery up and running. For a smeltery, we need grout. And for grout, we need sand, gravel, and clay. And if you were looking in my inventory just a minute ago, while I was putting away resources, you might have noticed that I found a bunch of clay down on the ground. I found 3 stacks of it, and there's even more down there. I didn't get all that I could have. I think it's quark that adds a good amount of clay generation to underground areas. So, yeah, that was cool. Definitely got some clay. I'm gonna go for like a stack-ish. I'm waiting for like the floodgates to open here and have a ton of water come flying in. There it is. Good enough for me. Hooray. Alright, so that's cool. Got a stack of gravel. I would like sheep, because I want to be able to sleep through the night. Nice little beehive there. A little exploring around. Horses. That's cool. Not sheep. Ah, sheep. Cool. There's some. At this point, I'll probably just kill them rather than bringing them back and trying to breed them, because we're nowhere near the ability to breed animals. If I can just get 3 pieces of wool, I'd be quite pleased. That's right, Minecraft. I'm swinging a sword, but trust me, it was the grass I meant to hit, not the sheep directly in front of me. Hey, chickens. That's cool. Dropping feathers for me, which is nice of them. I'll always take that, and some eggs, of course. Ooh, squid. Look at this. It's like a smorgasbord of mob drops. Food is definitely going to be high on the list. Definitely. Should probably put a waypoint at my base, too, so it's easy to find as I go exploring. But yes, we've literally just hit, like, the wall of food needs. But, hey, more sheep. Good. Maybe I can get some more food and some wool so I can make a bed. Perfect. There we go. Got it. Nice. So over there, we got some cows. Got some Botania flowers hanging around here. All right, I'll take it. Let's head back to the base. I'm low on food, so I can't sprint. Yeah, let's head back to our base here. Let me look at the map. What did I find? Anything good? Yeah, I think this was the general area of my base, so I want to head this direction. Looks like there's something... Is that a village up there? Nice. I should go raid that village. Speaking of food needs, that would be a very good idea, don't you guys think? At some point soon, I will raid that village. The other thing I'm going to try and gather while I'm here... So I've got iron, I can get a bucket, no problem. I need to get sand. I'll just harvest that off camera. Just a little bit of mining, digging in the sand. That shouldn't be too big a deal. And, yeah, I think that's a good plan. Let's get a smeltery up and running. We'll probably build the smeltery outside. And then at some point, we will use the resources that I've collected thus far to get some kind of base going on. This is really just going to be my mining area, and then we'll have a proper base set up. And I mean, you know, dire proper, right? Let's not kid ourselves. All right, we'll be back in just a minute. Gonna put away some stuff, and we'll see you guys in a sec. So one of the things I'm gonna craft right now is a sickle. Cool. This will help me with my mining needs for seeds, and I'm also gonna make that bed. Cool. You can kind of go right there. New spawn point has been set. One of the mods we have makes it so you can right-click on beds and set your spawn point even when it's not nighttime. How awesome is that? Yay for sickles. Helps to clear away the grass and helps to get some seeds going. We're getting industrial hemp seeds from immersive engineering. Nice. We're also getting regular seeds. Looks pretty good. Maybe I'll build right next to my current farm is where my wheat farm will be. Also, these are Black Lotus from Actually Additions. Pretty sure... Can I just, like, shift right click on this to find it out? Yeah, if you shift right click the Actually Additions manual on a block, it'll come up with it. Basically, Black Lotus is like black dye in seed form. It's just another way to get black dye. So hey, speaking of nighttime and the ability to sleep. Hooray! So that's cool. Black Lotus is neat stuff. Basically for when you can't find squid. Alright, let's put away some stuff. And we're going to get our seed farm here. We're going to get a couple you guys into a bucket. And then while we're here, we should probably get a hoe. Because food is going to be a resource that I need to have sooner than later. So... yeah, I'm thinking over here next to the tree farm can be the farm. Nice. More squid. Don't need them right now. I'm sure when I do need them, they won't be around, though. Because that's what squid do. Nice. Flax seeds from Actually Additions. Drop string. Obviously could have used them to get the wool that I need for a farm as well, but I think we're in good shape. Alright, over here we will dig out... Oh yeah, I broke my shovel. That's okay. And then we'll do like a 3x3. What's nice about modded Minecraft is a lot of the beginning stuff ain't so different from what you would do in vanilla Minecraft. Set up a little wheat farm to get some food, set up you know, a little farming area. Oh, nice. Just found ourselves some worms from Actually Additions. Check it out. All right, so worms are cool. Worms are right here. Pretty useful species. When they're placed down on dirt or grass, help you till the land around them in a 3x3 area. Ha, nice. And keep it wet. Additionally, they help with the crops to grow faster by making the ground nice and soft. Worms may be gotten by simply tilling grass. If you want to remove a worm, just break the block it's on. Awesome. So this can totally help out. So like it's a 3x3 area, right? So if we look at it's a 3x3 square. So I'm going to pop the worm down here and here. And that should work out pretty well for us. See, look, it's helping to fertilize things. I'm pretty sure I can plant my grass on the worm block itself. And it basically helps the grass to grow, or the wheat to grow a little bit. See? It's doing little particle effects. Nice. There you go, actually, additions. Already helping us out to get a wheat farm going. Thanks, worms. You guys rock. All right. So, wheat farm, check. Food resources, check. Let's take a look at maybe getting... I'm going to need another shovel. And let's go take a look down at the sand and start digging it up. And Pahamar's not here to yell at me about it, so yay. Mission, harvest sand, complete. Go, worms, go. See, we can already see, like, this growth is at 43%. Definitely. I mean, it's not a huge speed boost, right? But it helps. Better than nothing. Let's turn this sand and gravel into the resources that we're going to need, aka grout. Now, grout does need to be smelted. So I should have a stack of clay in one of these chests. Nice. See, found 3 stacks of clay down there. So we'll shift-click, get 2 stacks of grout. Let's get ourselves another furnace while we're here. And I'm going to smelt these guys probably right next to each other. I'm going to pull out this tiny coal, and I'll put in some regular coal in each of them. And we'll use the tiny coal as needed. For now, we're doing a multiple of 8, so it doesn't matter if we use coal or tiny coal. There's really no difference, frankly. And you'll probably find me forgetting to use tiny coal. Cool. All right, back in a minute when those things smelt up. All right, guys, we're back. So good news. Looks like it's getting dark out, so I better sleep through the night. But I went harvesting a bunch of the tall grass in this area, and look what I found. Haha, ender lilies. I tried looking up the recipe for them. It only says found in dungeon chests, which I don't understand why it would be found in dungeon chests only. And I also found red orchids, which again, it says found in dungeon chests, but I totally found them, like, harvesting tall grass. So I don't know what's up with that. But I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. So I got them. And ender lilies, I don't think you can plant ender lilies on harvested or tilled earth. I think they can only go on normal dirt. So I'm going to go plant one probably like right here-ish. That looks like a good spot. Yeah, I like it. This thing takes a long time to grow, by the way, just so you guys know. If we get to the point where we need more wheat than we were already getting, I might get a watering can, which is a nice, awesome way to help speed up plant growth. But for now, I think we're good. We are cruising on getting our seared bricks. Nice. So let's get the basis of a smeltery up and running. So there's a few blocks that we're going to need for sure in a smeltery, and some of them include some glass. So I should probably go harvest a little bit more of that sand so that I can smelt some sand into glass. But at the very least, we'll get the basics down. Cool. Probably going to need a good handful of sand. So let's go running off in this direction. This looks like a good spot. There's a bunch of sand here, but the problem is it's all underwater. Which means you have slower mining speed when you're underwater. I'm also seeing a lot of gravel in this area. All this gravel, there's also clay. Oh, nice marble. I'll take it. All right, that should be enough. And this will probably just get thrown into another furnace with some of that tiny coal. Which, by the way, tiny coal I'm loving. Because every time I do a Let's Play series, people yell at me for, like, wasting coal. They're like, you just put, like, 2 items in a furnace and you put a whole coal piece in there. And that's, like, waste. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Haha, tiny coal to the rescue. Awesome. All right, so maybe the furnace that goes up here can be the tiny coal furnace. Cool. We're gonna need a little bit more tiny coal. So that works. And I think I can even turn it back into coal, can't I? Dude, that is awesome. I'm loving that. All right, so let's get the foundations of a smeltery. So one of the first things we're gonna need is a smeltery controller. You need one of these per smeltery. Check. We're also going to need a seared tank. This is what stores the lava that's going to power the smeltery. Check. We're going to need a smeltery drain. This is how we get the liquids out of the smeltery. Check. And we're going to need a faucet. This helps to get the liquids out of the smeltery. Fluid in and out for the smeltery. Nice. We're going to need a casting table. And we're going to need a basin. Cool. So those are the foundations of a smeltery. This is going to help us double our ores, but it's also going to be used in a little bit when we're ready to start playing with some of the Tinker's tools. Speaking of Tinker's tools, let's get started with those because now's the time to do it. Materials and you. So if you don't know how to play with Tinker's Construct, you can go ahead and flip through this material page. Lots of good information in here about all the different materials that are available, all the different skills and abilities that you can have, how to build the smeltery. But instead, we're just going to do it. So let's do it. So if we look up at Tinker's, we'll see there's a bunch of stuff here that we can play with. One of the first things we're going to get is the crafting stencil table, part builder, tool station. Eventually, we'll get a tool forge. These are the things that we're going to want to get. So let's get started with those. We're going to want to turn a bunch of wood into wood planks. And what else I'll probably want to do, since I'm here and we're playing with Tinkers, let's convert this crafting table into a crafting station. The crafting station has a lot of benefits over the crafting table. One, when you close out of the UI, the items that are in there stay in there. Also, they render on the table, which just looks cool, right? But long story short, you can leave items in the table and close out the UI. It's super handy. Let's go put this outside. Well, you know what? I'm going to put one in here, and one is going to go outside. Because he's going to be useful for us to be outside in a minute. We can put him along this wall. So we're going to want the following items. So one of the first things we're going to want to craft is we're going to want a few of these. Let me get a little bit more sticks. We're going to want a blank pattern, which is this guy. Okay, it's just sticks and wood. Cool. That gets us a bunch of that. We can use these blank patterns to craft the following items. We're going to want a stencil table. We're going to want a part builder. We're going to want a pattern chest. And then finally, we're going to want a tool station. Cool? And we can place these all next to this. So we're going to have the stencil table. We're going to have the part builder. We'll probably want... I like to usually have the chest, the pattern chest, right behind the part builder. And then the tool station can go on the end here. So each of these has a purpose. The stencil table is what creates the stencils that we can use to create the different parts that we're going to use to turn into tools. And the part crafter is going to be there to get the items, and then we're going to put them together in the tool station to get tools. The nice thing about this is having a crafting station here at the end opens up tabs at the top, and you can access all the different blocks along the top here. Cool. So let's start with a pickaxe, okay? In order to make a pickaxe, according to the tool station, we're going to need the following items. Tool rod, pickaxe head, and binding. Those are the 3 items we need, okay? So let's make one. We're going to get a tool rod pattern. We're going to get a binding pattern. And then we're going to get a pickaxe head pattern. Cool. I like it already. Let's go inside and get some resources. Some resources that'll be useful for us. Flint is kind of a nice early game resource, but we're going to eventually upgrade this thing to iron once we get our smeltery up and running. So that should be cool. Next, we want to turn these into actual parts. So what we can do is place the pattern here, okay? And we place an item in the slot that is going to make it up. Cool. And you can see a bunch of information about what that material is. All the different materials in the game that you can make stuff out of have different traits that apply to the tool. And you can swap them out whenever you want, which is pretty awesome. So let's try and do that. Okay, so we're going to get a wooden tool rod. Check. And then what we can do is place... In fact, I think if we put all these inside the pattern chest, we'll have access to them in the part builder, which is super handy. So I can just click on that there, and now I can get a part crafter for the binding pattern. Awesome. So let's go with a really basic one. We'll just get wooden binding pattern. And then for the pickaxe head, we'll do flint. We're going to upgrade this, like I said, in a minute. Cool. You'll notice that when you mouse over these things, it tells you the material cost. So we needed 2 flint in order to get the flint pickaxe head. Nice. Now I could have just opened up these tabs along the top to make this thing work, but I'm going to switch over to here. Shift click your stuff in there, and you can even name it if you want. Dire pick 1. Awesome. So there's some information about what this tool is and what it does. And it's pretty nice. It has the mining level of iron in much the same way that a stone pickaxe does. I think it's the same as an iron pickaxe level of mining. So good mining speed, attack, and modifiers. We can put 3 modifiers on this. We'll play with modifiers later. Cool. So that's a very basic and simple tool. Hooray! We'll probably upgrade that to iron, like I said, in a minute. But what's cool is you can actually swap parts out in this version. So those of you who have played with previous versions of Tinkers may not know that you can swap parts out by default now. So let's get back to making our smeltery, because we've got the basics down of Tinkers. It's smeltery time. That's pretty much where we're at. Let's do this. Let's check out how much we've got by way of seared bricks. Cool. I'm going to get like half a stack of these, and we can start building the smeltery. I'm probably going to want a little bit of glass. So if we look up smeltery, we should see that smeltery glass, we can either make like that or like that. I like this one, so that's the one we're going to go with. So let's get 3 of them for now. And we'll go from here. I might want another smeltery drain. I'm going to hold off because I want to see if I need to get more stuff. So let's put our smeltery over here. To start, you can make smelteries any shape and size that you want. I, just out of habit, like the old original 3x3 pattern. So, in fact, I might want us to change this up. I might want it to be on top of the ground. Normally I would build it into the ground, but I think we'll build it on top. Cool. So, and boy oh boy, are we going to need a lot more of these bricks than I thought. Cool. We're going to place outside the perimeter, we're going to have a smeltery controller. And on the same location as the smeltery controller, I'll probably throw down some of those seared windows. I got 3 of them. Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out. For now, let's put you here. And then we'll put our seared tank. Cool. And then we don't need these guys anymore. Over here, maybe I'll put my 3... I'm going to put my 3 seared windows over on this side. Okay. 1, 2, 3. On this side, we'll put our drains. So I'm going to have 1 fluid drain here with a faucet. And we'll do the casting table first. And then I think we have just enough resources. Nice, to have a basic smeltery. Cool. You'll know it's working because the smeltery controller will light up and be red. That's awesome. Cool. And then we have a little bit more. Can I convert these back into seared bricks? I forget. I can smelt it, I can recycle it. I can turn it into seared stone inside the smeltery, which will work probably. If I wanted to, I could convert them back, but it's all good. We're going to build this up more in a minute, so they'll be useful to have. But that looks pretty cool to me. I think that'll work for a basic smeltery. Now we're going to need lava. So let's go get some of that. First, sleep through the night, and then go get lava. So I would like a tank. There's a couple ways we can get tanks. We can get fluid tanks from Ender.io, which just requires some glass and some iron. Not bad. And we have a good amount of iron right now. And this can hold, I think, 16 buckets. So that's what I'll probably do. That'll probably be the most efficient way to handle this right now. So let's get some of you. We're going to turn these into iron bars. And then we will ask for a fluid tank. Just 1. And the excess iron bars and iron can go back into this chest. Cool. We'll go downstairs with this tank and our bucket. And I did find, while I was mining, a nice little cave area, and I found some lava. So, I think it was this way? Or was it further down? I think it was around Y level 20-ish, because I was looking for redstone. We had done some mining off camera, like I usually do, and I did not find any redstone, unfortunately. But I did find this little mining cave, and I cleared out a bunch of resources from here. There was a bunch of stuff down here that I kind of cleared out. That's where I got a lot of the resources that you saw me putting away at the beginning of the episode. Ooh, more of that stuff. I didn't notice that there before. Yeah, I'm putting my pick to use. Nice. Fancy new pick. Gotta love it. All right, so here's the lava I found. This is where we're gonna start scooping up lava. And this can go all upstairs with us. At some point, we will automate this to get lava going on. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we've got ender storage, so we've got ender tanks. Nice. I don't think I've played with anything like ender tanks in 1.10 yet. Like I said, the chicken bones ender storage mod, like, pretty new to getting updated. Now we can pick up this tank, and if we'll look at it on our tooltip, it should indicate, nice. Portable fluid tank can be used empty and fill containers. It's currently got 1,600 millibuckets of lava in there, which is cool. That means that we can bring this lava upstairs and get it set up inside our smeltery. And then we can start smelting metals. And that'll be cool. Well, no, technically it would be hot, but it would be awesome. Let's put it that way. What else did I get here? Oh, shimmering mushroom. Found a black shimmering mushroom from Botania. There's mushroom versions of the flowers, and that's what I just found. Cool. So back up to our base, quote-unquote base. Put you away. We'll take you out. And probably use a little snack. The nice thing about the fluid tank is it has the ability to automatically transfer fluids from one inventory to the next. So you open it up, you can void, you can show recipes. There's a bunch of recipes you can do here. Or you can open up the I.O. and you can right-click on the side of the tanks to specify whether they'll accept liquids or push liquids into adjacent tanks, or do both, or do nothing. We want to push liquids into the tank above us. And you'll see the seared tank start to fill up with the lava from the fluid tank. Beautiful. And now we can start smelting stuff, which is pretty easy. All we need to do is get some stuff to smelt. One of the things I'm going to do to help automate this is make a hopper. Achievement get hopper. We can hopper directly into the smeltery controller, and we'll just throw all our iron in there. It'll go in one at a time, and the iron is going to start melting. You can see the progress bar on the left. Sweet. And then it'll turn into some liquid. You can see how much is free and how much is used in there. 10 buckets free, right? We haven't used any storage just yet for liquid. And I really want another seared stone. Let me get a little bit more grout. I'm going to need both gravel and sand to get grout. But I would like to have both. Oh, nice, dude. Look at this. Now, do I have the mod in the pack that lets me right-click these? Yeah, I do. That is super cool. Wheat for days. We can turn that into all the toast. So let's get, like, just a few more pieces of sand and gravel. All right, so I got 8 of these bad boys, which gets us 16 grout. We'll do half and half just to make it quicker. And while that cooks up, let's go see what's happening over here. Nice. We've got a lot of molten iron. So you can see it smelting up pretty quickly. It turns into molten iron, and then it's ready to be piped out. There's 2 ways we can pipe that out. Wow, we actually smelted all of our iron already. So that was quick. That was super quick. And I'm excited about that. What can I do with wheat? Can I turn you into... I know I can get bread. How can I make bread? There's a way to make bread that's more efficient. We can make it with flour from Ender.io. Okay, how do I get flour from Ender.io? Grindstone it. Or a sag mill. I'll grindstone it. I mean, why get 4 pieces of bread when I can get 12? Right? This will take a minute, so we'll be right back. Nice. And now we can get bread directly from each piece of flour. Awesome. You guys are done. Good to see. Bread. Now we've got a good amount of resources for food, which I'm glad about. All right, so now that we've got these things, we can go ahead and do this and another one of these. Cool. It's starting to get dark out again. Goodness, time flies. The nice thing about this, so don't be afraid about breaking it. Don't break the smeltery controller. I think that's the actual block that stores the data inside this thing. So you'll notice that, like, no longer is it accessible. So don't break that one while there's liquid in there. But you're allowed to break other blocks, and the liquid will not be lost. So don't sweat it. What's cool is we can now right-click the faucet, and we can drain all that molten iron into the casting basin. Awesome. And you can see it being drained out right here. No problem. And once it's completely drained out, then it takes a minute to cool. And you can see there's a little Whaler tooltip at the top there that shows the progress. And a nice little texture change of things going on as it cools and solidifies into a full block of iron. Dude, that is awesome. When I first saw the new version of Tinkers that had that feature, I was like, man, I love it. I love how cool it is to watch the materials harden and solidify. All right, let's sleep through the night. And let's look at the next thing. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of iron. And getting myself an iron pickaxe head instead of the one that I have now. Let's look at what's involved in doing that. So patterns, you can get blank patterns. There should be, what's it called? Forgetting the word. The word is escaping my brain. Aluminum brass makes it, but I think there's like a cheap way to make it too. Non-repeatable patterns, which I'm looking for. Here they are. Blank casts. Oh, that's right, clay. So blank casts you can get either with gold. So you need 2 blocks of gold. 288 millibuckets is basically 2 pieces of gold, so 2 ingots. Or you can use aluminum brass. Aluminum brass is made by combining copper with aluminum. I don't think we found any aluminum downstairs, have we? Or have we? I'm not sure. Resources chest. We found lead. We found bauxite, which I think bauxite's aluminum. Yes, bauxite is aluminum. So we did find bauxite, which is aluminum. Awesome. That's cool. All right. And then that's good. So we're getting lots of ingots. The other cast we can make are these guys, which you can make with molten clay. So 2 pieces of clay will make it. So the difference between the 2 casts is these metal-based casts will not be consumed when you make stuff. So basically, even though it says it, I think that just might be a visual bug, but it won't actually be consumed. But clay will be. So basically, if you use a clay cast, when you pour molten liquid into it, the clay cast is destroyed. So let's get a few pieces of clay in there. I think 8 should be enough. I think it's 2 clay per. We will smelt this up. Okay, now we need to get a pattern for it. So the way to do this, like let's say we want a pickaxe head, right? We will get a stone pickaxe head and put it in the casting table, okay? While this is cooking, basically what we do is pour the clay cast around the stone pickaxe head, and then it'll form a cast, and then we can use the iron that's in the smeltery to make a iron pickaxe head. And then we can replace it, and it'll be cool, right? So there's your molten clay. Clicking inside the block here changes whichever liquid is at the bottom, and the liquid at the bottom is the one that'll be poured out when you right-click on a faucet. Cool. So now you can see the progress bar. It doesn't take long for clay to harden. Cool. And it destroys the stone piece there. Now, and we've got a little bit more clay left, we'll switch to molten block of iron. We'll right-click, and some of the iron will pour into here. And again, it'll cool. Nice. And that destroys the cast. Again, if we had used the aluminum, brass, or gold cast, it wouldn't get destroyed and we could reuse it as much as we want. Now, I think we can replace the head on our pick. And I forget whether or not the head needs to be repaired or not. Looks like it doesn't. Cool. So, I'm going to repair it anyway because it's flint. So by doing that, we can repair it, which is awesome. And then we can put our tool in there and we get dire pick 1. So each material has different attributes to it. And you can see like we're getting modifiers for durability on our tool rods. We're getting the flint pickaxe head modifies your mining level and speed. And the binding also modifies your durability. And it also adds traits. So ecological trait, renewable resources are so good they regenerate by themselves. Nice. So this tool will automatically repair itself just a little bit. And then the iron pickaxe head, which we can see here, there it is, has a mining level of diamond, so it can mine better stuff. It has a faster mining speed, and it has the magnetic 2 ability, which hitting things attracts nearby things. Basically makes your tool a little bit of a magnet, so that when you harvest stuff, it'll magnet up into your inventory. It's not a long-range magnet, but it's enough to help. Awesome, right? So we just got ourselves a really nice pick. We're probably going to want to upgrade it a few times throughout our career. I'm going to be surprised if we don't. One more thing I want to do, and then we're going to wrap up the episode. I have a lot of junk in my inventory that I need to get rid of. And for that purpose, I crafted a bunch of stone, because I would like to make myself the following item. We've already reached the point in the series where we are going to make a trash can from Extra Utilities, because we have a lot of junk that we don't need. So I don't need this old iron pickaxe. I don't see any reason to hang on to it, right? See you later, alligator. Stone pickaxe gone, stone pickaxe gone. I'll probably be making shovels and axes and stone hoes soon, but since I'm not ready to void them, I won't. For now, it's wrapping up point for the episode. So what I think I'll do is between episodes, I will go ahead and get some of this stuff melted down. There's one more thing I should do before we wrap up. How much of you... Aluminum brass was 3 aluminum, so I don't really have 3 bauxite at the moment. I wish I did. All right, we're going to wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. We'll look at getting... I would like to get a cast. I would like to get an ingot cast, which is somewhere down here. Ingot casts allow me to make ingots. Right now, left inside, we have 3 ingots. So I don't want to pour those 3 ingots into the casting table. I need 9 ingots to fill that basin. So what I would normally do is create a cast here. But I'm not going to do it with clay because I want a cast that won't be destroyed. So I'm going to go mining a little bit between episodes. Then we'll come back, and next episode, we'll work a little bit more towards some nice tools. All right, for now, Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and take it easy.